All right, I'm hitting start. We're on.
All right.
All right. So we're changing the podcast to being all about the Earth being flat. Ready? No, that's you saved that for the end.
Oh, that's the end of the show.
We have not gotten too sweet yet. We're just half sweet, sort of sweet.
So to speak.
Oh God. Oh. This is going to be a very punchy episode.
Of course it is. Well, most of them are.
Most of them are. Ran 20 miles, still haven't recovered from yesterday.
Nice.
All right. Are we ready?
Yep. Oh, let me drink some whiskey. Hold on.
You should always drink some whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
I had some nice wine at dinner. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, say Malbec. Okay.
Was it a something that had to be sitting at the decanter for 45 minutes?
I didn't see behind the bar, but yeah, I just got a glass. I didn't get the whole bottle.
Oh,
she got the Sauvignon Blanc. So
nice.
Blanc.
All
right. Blanc. Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to Geekodrome. Geekodrome is the weekly roundtable discussion of all things geek. I am John, and I am joined by the Italian-American dream, Jon Stugots.
You know it, baby. We're in the house tonight.
We are, but we are not in the hell that is the cell.
No.
So somehow we weren't invited to that.
Because it's 8:30 at night, and it's still like 90 degrees outside. It just feels like hell.
Tell me about it. I went running yesterday. When I went out, it was 70, 75, not so bad, cloudy. By the time we finished, it was high 80s and sunny. And I just wanted to die.
Dude, Friday, I was busy doing stuff around the house. And then, usually I do my workout at like 6:30 in the morning. And because I was busy doing stuff and I was off from work, so it was like I was just getting stuff done, doing some schoolwork and whatnot, and prepping for some cooking that I had to do over the weekend. It was 2 in the afternoon when I went into the garage to work out. 102 degrees in the garage.
God damn. All right, You win the heat award.
Still got it done, though, baby.
Don Pardo, tell him what he's won.
You won the Jackass of the Day award.
So, in addition to the record heat in your garage in the news this week, there was another big story.
Anderson Cooper standing in a drainage ditch, making it look like the flood in North Carolina was worse than it was.
Yeah, that big old storm kind of passes by, thankfully.
Thankfully, man, the poor people in North Carolina getting. I see people bitching. Oh, the storm's downgraded. Everyone panicked. Bullshit. 10 inches of rainwater is a big deal.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying it wasn't a bad storm, but it's not the hurricane they were predicting. So
no, it was just massive flooding.
Yeah.
Like a lot. I think that's worse than what was actually being reported.
Yeah, I don't know. The storm that they originally predicted sounded much worse, where like it was just high winds, more rain, the usual hurricane shit. So, but not that story. No. The story would be that Henry Cavill is no longer your Superman.
Such bullshit.
So there may be more to the story in the background that we don't know about, because a friend of mine was informing me about what's going on in, the rumor section of the internet. But it appears that Henry Cavill, since he didn't really have a movie coming out and was just going to be doing cameos and didn't really want to do, cameos and cameo money, is no longer starring as Superman.
Like, before we get deep into it, why wouldn't you do the cameos and cameo money?
I don't know. It could have just been.
What's the worst that would have been? It would have been scale, like $500 a day, and they put you in a hotel. What's the big deal of cameo money?
Well, I'm sure the cameo money is much higher than scale.
No, I'm sure it is, but I'm just saying the worst case is that it's prevailing wage at its scale. Worst case scenario.
Yeah. No, I'm sure he'd pull in at least $1 million per and whatever.
Sure. And I'll do 50 of them. I'll
Really?
show up 50 days this year and be, even though there might not even be 50 days left in the year, I'll do 50 of those cameos.
You do 50 and, they each last a couple days and you're doing all right. You're doing all right.
Yeah, right? Come on.
Yeah, so again, we don't know the whole story, just that that's the public story. And his only response was to hold a Superman doll on Instagram. So we don't know if he's really out or if it was just a play, but it's looking not good for the DCEU at the moment.
What kills me is that Christopher Reeve would have done the cameos.
Well, Christopher Reeve only did the 4 movies and that was it.
Well, that's all they ever asked him to do.
That's true. They weren't trying to really launch any other superheroes at that point.
But man, oh man, if like obviously I know you're alluding to something bigger, but if that was the only reason, just do the damn cameos.
I agree with you. Supposedly they're trying to do a Supergirl movie, and they wanted him in that.
Let's just say, all right, they want to phase out Superman, and they want to go a whole different direction. They want Supergirl to be the focal point of this DC movie universe. All right, cool, I dig it. But make the money. Why don't you want to make the cash and do it? I'll be typecast forever if I'm going to end up walking away with $100 million at the end of all of it and residual checks.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't quite make that money myself, so I could never, say I'd turn it down. This year he did Justice League and Mission Impossible. I guess Justice League is November, but still. So he's done Justice League and
that's all he did. Yeah.
And I'm sure he made nice paydays for both. I don't hate his portrayal in the movies. I hate the movies, but I don't hate his portrayal in them.
No, I think he's very good Superman. I do. I don't see anything wrong with him, him being Superman, honestly. I'm into it. I'm a big Superman fan, and I'm into it when seeing him on there. He did really well.
When he was in that costume, I was totally digging him in the role.
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of the editorial choices in that movie, in any of those movies, really.
Right.
And I would love to see what he could do in a good movie. But, unfortunately, we're never going to see
what
that.
else do you think it could be?
The rumor I was repeated was something along the lines of the Bryan Singer accusations.
I don't know what those are.
Just that dealing with those who were not quite legal. And I believe it was somebody who was working on the set or something like that.
So you think Cavill got pissed off about someone touching underage girls?
Well, boys. And
boys.
The rumor is he's the one
touching.
And I try to stay away from all that stuff. We don't do those blind items anymore.
But see, if that was the case, wouldn't Warner Brothers be like, dude, you're gone?
Well, because it's still under wraps. Like, it's not public knowledge kind of thing.
So they just came up with this fake story.
So yeah, so this is the polite way of saying, we're not pressing charges, so just go quietly. But that's not to say it might not, come out.
Okay, but what's the second strike here? What's the second part of the story?
Well, that is the whole story. From what
No, the other side of it. There's a second part.
You mean the other actor who's leaving? Yes. Oh, you mean the rumored Ben Affleck leaving the Batman role again?
Yes, again. Yes.
Again. Yeah, so Ben Affleck, 12 hours later, a day later.
Yeah.
The reports of him leaving the Batman role are coming around again. So we may be losing our Batman as well.
He's so perfect. Like DC really did nail the casting. I think their screenwriting needs work, their editing and directing needs work. But man, oh man, casting. Ben Affleck was the right guy for where they were going with the Batman character.
I agree. So let me ask you this: is there
Yeah.
any Zack Snyder movie you like?
I did like Watchmen.
I did too.
I do think it left a lot so to be desired. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't. It wasn't a movie of mythical proportions by any means, but I enjoyed it.
I don't. Again, I'm somebody who loved the original ending, so I'm kind of questionable about it.
I did love the original ending too.
So I guess that bothers me a bit. But I thought, they took the unfilmable graphic novel and they made a decent film out of it.
And now there's going to be a series on HBO with it.
There is, and we're going to talk about it when it comes out next year.
Definitely,
without a doubt. It'll be one of our Preacher, Better Call Saul. We talk about it in the beginning and we talk about it at the end. And unless something exceptional happens, we'll just kind of keep watching.
What? So, what was your favorite Bryan Singer movie?
Bryan Singer or Zack Snyder?
Zack Snyder. Sorry, I'm sorry. I got them.
So like I say, Bryan Singer, I would have said the original no, actually, The Usual Suspects for Bryan Singer.
Usual Suspects. Much better.
I love that movie. I also love the first X-Men movie. Yeah, Zack Snyder. I don't necessarily love his movies. I probably Watchmen as well.
Yeah.
His Superman stuff, forget that. Sucker Punch.
No.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's very stylish, but I don't know. It's like watching it through mud. 300, I don't love. That was huge.
I do love the 300, but I love it because I love the comic book and it was faithful to the comic book. What he did was just take the comic book and put it on screen and made it move.
Yeah, and added a few extra things, like the whole story with the wife wasn't in the comic.
Yeah.
But the comic was.
But it worked.
Yeah. I don't know. Legend of the Guardians.
Really, the whole thing about the 300 comic book was how visually, to me anyway, it grabbed me. Visually, it pulled me in. Story was okay. It was looking at those pages to me is what makes it, and that's what was on the screen.
Well, it's that Frank Miller style.
Yeah, which I'm a big fan of.
Well, he's a master. There's no other way. He's a comic book legend. And
my favorite movie with Frank Miller?
What is your favorite movie with Frank Miller?
RoboCop 2.
Does he have a cameo in it?
Yeah, he plays one of the drug dealers.
Oh, okay. Because he wrote RoboCop 2.
Yeah, he was one of the drug dealers.
Okay. I haven't watched it in years, so I didn't remember.
Yeah, I do love the 300. I've watched it, a dozen or so times. Great performances by everybody.
Yeah,
it
always makes me
both of these. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say this, just story-wise, it always makes me feel like it's not a story movie. It's definitely an epic story. It's an epic movie, but the story just doesn't fill 2 hours for me.
No, it really would have been an hour.
So sorry, you were about to say.
What does DC have to do at this point? Because they're in shambles. Their movies are in shambles.
Well, so far, their real only success is Wonder Woman.
Right.
I'm sure is why they're looking at Supergirl. Because they went, oh, a female-led movie worked. Let's do another.
Why not just make Wonder Woman the focal point, then, of the movies?
I wouldn't.
Why introduce why introduce Supergirl? You know what I mean? You already have a strong female lead that people have already bought into.
Because they see that Marvel's putting out 3 to 4 movies a year.
Yeah.
They want to be in that business. They want
Without a doubt, but make them good. They're killing in wrestling. This is called killing the town. Okay, where you run through every gimmick match possible, and there's nothing left to do, and you do it over the course of 6 months rather than 6 years. And the fans come out and people spend their money, but then all of a sudden you do it again, and people are like, "Fuck this shit! I ain't spending money on that."
Yeah, well, I've already seen it, so. It used to be a paper.
Because a new director is going to come in with new actors and say, "You know what? I want to tell the origin of Superman. I want to tell the origin of Batman and put my spin on it instead of saying, let's move forward."
Well, first of all, enough fucking origins.
Yeah, but that's what's going to happen. Or that's what I worry about. It's going to happen. Even Supergirl. Do we really need her origin? We know where she's from.
Well, Supergirl hasn't had a movie since 1980, but she does have the TV show. And
right.
I think that's a problem that I've had with DC for a while. Like, they're running concurrent with the same characters in two different media, in two different storylines, actors, everything.
And they want, because they're looking to cash in as much as possible. I understand they're in the movie making business. Make good movies, make good choices. People will come out to see the movie, but if you make it great, they'll come out 2 and 3 times.
Well, why not just take Melissa Benoist and make a movie around her?
Fine. I think she's adorable. She plays the role really well. Give her a fucking movie. Let's go.
Yeah, let's take Grant Gustin and make a Flash movie. Let's, expand the Arrowverse and make that the center of your movie verse. So then it's like the Marvel, where the TV shows and the movies cross over. So you don't have to do a Supergirl movie, but you have the Superman from Supergirl. You have, a Batman who ties into Arrow or something. So
now who do you want to see play Superman?
Ken Jeong.
The dude from Community, the teacher from Community.
There's actually right now a petition online to get him to play Superman.
Listen, motherfuckers online don't know shit. The motherfuckers online are the ones that did the whole Star Wars thing of not my movie.
Yeah. So
I don't trust motherfuckers online to cast.
So the solid rumor that came out a day after the Henry Cavill thing, was Michael B. Jordan.
Fucking Ziegler's gonna do. Oh, I thought they were gonna do the Doomsday Device. That was gonna be terrible. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
It's all right. Yeah, we
Michael B. Jordan, an actor who I enjoy. I do. I think he's great in Creed movies. He's not Superman.
I just rewatched Black Panther last night.
He's
amazing.
He's amazing. He is.
Creed,
very talented young actor.
And Creed, when I saw that in the theater, I was crying.
Creed is my second favorite Rocky movie.
After
Balboa.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my. The story told in Balboa is amazing. Okay. It's the guy who's had it all twice in his life and lost it all. Because natural progression, life takes over. No matter how great you are, life wins. Life is the ultimate fucking house. And we are the degenerates at the fucking blackjack table. The house always wins. And it takes from you a little every fucking day. And Balboa said, in that movie, it was life has taken everything. It took my wife. It took my kid went his own direction in life. I have this small restaurant. All I have is my hands, my will to push forward, and this little restaurant with my name on it. And how dare anyone deny me that right to fulfill my destiny and keep pushing forward. No matter how bad of a beating I'm going to get, I will still push forward. That's what Balboa tells me. And when I watched it for the first time, and I know a lot of timing has a lot to do with it. I watched it for the first time. I was going to take my NCLEX for the 5th time, and I was right on the, not the cusp, the other side of not committing suicide. And that's a shoot. That's legit. Mm-hmm. I watched that movie, and it was, holy shit, this movie is my life. This movie pulls me, it says something to me. That one scene with Paulie in the alley, and Paulie turns to him and says, Rock, takes a lot of guts going in there knowing you're going to get your ass kicked and still do it anyway. And let me tell you, when I went to take that fucking NCLEX for that last time, October 9th, 2015, I watched that movie 2 weeks before, again, for like the second time. And I was like, you know what? I'm going in there and I'm going to fucking win this time. Just like Rocky did in that fight. That fight, he fought that kid and he took him the distance, but Rocky won because he didn't stop. And I didn't stop, and that's how I passed. And that's why I didn't kill myself. That movie. That was my favorite Rocky movie.
All right. It's an interesting choice. When you
no, definitely. When you first say someone, Balboa, really? Not Rocky 3 with Mr. T and Thunder Lips?
Which is another great one.
It was great. That definitely.
The first three.
We should do a show just about the Rocky films.
You know, we are recording right after this one a very special pre-record because you're going on vacation. If you want to go all Rocky.
Rocky 1 is like my third favorite film of all time, honestly.
Rocky 1 is an inspirational film. It really is.
It is.
All right,
For where I was at in life, Balboa definitely spoke to me.
All right. So back on topic. So you don't see Michael B. Jordan. You don't see Creed. Eric Killmonger.
I'd love to see him as Jon Stewart.
That would be pretty badass.
I think he has that. First of all, right off the bat, he has that set jaw, and you see it in Creed when he sets his jaw and he's angry and he frowns. Definitely, he's Jon Stewart.
All right.
He's stoic but passionate at the same time, and strong-willed, which is what Green Lantern needs to be. Yeah, definitely, he could do it.
Then who would you see as Superman?
Man, I don't know.
All right.
It has to be someone who's built, someone who's young, someone who he's got to be good looking.
Has to have that square jaw.
Yeah, you have to have that jaw, and you have to want to be Superman. I know it sounds silly, but there's a lot that comes with being Superman. You know, I think like there's a lot of what's Andrea doing that you're looking?
She just kind of walked out of the bedroom over there, and I winked at her because she waved.
Being Superman takes a lot. I don't know who can play it. Honest.
All right, so we'll have to come back to that one because there's nobody I can think of.
I know I want Michael Keaton as Batman though. If I can't have Ben Affleck, and believe me, I want Ben Affleck as Batman. Then if not, I want Michael Keaton. I want Michael Keaton, and maybe they have to go the other way. Maybe they should just say, you know what? We don't know what we're doing. Let's just go Kingdom Come. Let's just make the Kingdom Come movies, and you could have Clint Eastwood playing Batman. You could have Tommy Lee Jones. I don't know, maybe playing Superman. I don't know, somebody old who still looks like they're strong, but it's just not what they're doing right now is not working.
Yeah. Well, Kingdom Come only works if you're just doing one-off movies and not building a universe.
Right. It seems like they want to build a universe. At times, it looks like they do, but I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like they want that young, interconnected kind of deal.
But let me tell you, they put Michael Keaton in a Batman movie and center it. They don't even need a Batman movie. They just need him playing Batman, and then have Batman make the cameos in the movies rather than Superman. And I think they can get someplace with it.
All right. I'll one-up you on that one. Michael Keaton starring in Batman Beyond.
Yeah, I would love to see it. But then you need to cast a new Batman.
But
you know what I mean?
But I say go with somebody who's completely unknown.
Oh, yeah, I would love to see it. Like, Tobey Maguire was a great Superman. Nobody knew who he was back then.
You mean Spider-Man?
I mean Spider-Man, sorry. Yeah, nobody knew who he was. Nobody knew who this kid playing Spider-Man was. Before he got...
But
a few things, but nobody knew him. He wasn't a household name like now.
People have
you know what I mean? The character is the marquee. The story is the marquee. The actor, you just have to have a certain look about you and mentality. You have to want to be that character. Like Ryan Reynolds, and I hate Deadpool, but man, oh man, he loves the character, and it shows when you watch the movie.
Yeah, he's definitely very entertaining as Deadpool, and I hate the character too. So.
And the character was created in the 90s. It wasn't like written for him. But man, oh man, when you look at it, when you look at the comic book, now you can't think of anyone else but him playing it because he loves the character. He wasn't fucking Green Lantern. There's no passion in playing Green Lantern. You know what I mean? You could take a shitty script. If you have that passion to play that character, it'll come through. You know what I mean? Dusty Rhodes wearing polka dots. It still drew you in, even though it sucked and it was a rib. Terry Taylor being the Red Rooster didn't pull you in because there was no passion to be the Red Rooster.
Oh, because he hated it.
Me, I would have loved it. I would have fucking made that shit work. Right. I'm sure nobody told him to do the fucking cockle-doodle-doo.
You never know with that, but
I'm just going by what I hear what Bruce Pritchard said.
That's true.
When he said when Terry Taylor came back and he was a tailor-made man, that's what they wanted him to be with the Red Rooster, which doesn't make any sense to me. But at the same time, it does. They wanted him to walk out and be like, that's right. Fancy red robe. I'm the Red Rooster, baby. I'm the cock of the walk, baby. Look at me. Finest clothes, beautiful cars. That's what happens when you're the Red Rooster. Doors open for you when you're the Red Rooster.
But he could have just done a Ric Flair, where is style and a profiling.
It was a ripoff of Ric Flair anyway, with the tailor-made man and his robes. Just go all out, and instead of saying Ric Flair, you just say the Red Rooster, baby.
And you could, just like Rick has his woo, you can have the and
exactly. And the fans would fucking bought it.
That's your call.
And you walk down the ring with a beautiful chick. Nice red robe. Every week a different red robe, but it had to be red, and you make it work. Here's my favorite right here. This motherfucker,
Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Joe's gonna kill you.
Complete badass,
and maybe we'll have to dedicate another show to wrestling. Talk about Samoa Joe and all that. All right. So there's just so many ways that they can go. I would love to see that. So there is one actor who did kind of throw his hat in the ring to play Batman this week.
Okay.
Who is probably my favorite choice because we know he can pull Bruce Wayne off like no problem. And that would be a Jon Hamm.
Yes. I would love to see him. Like, that's the other show. That I would definitely go with him.
Yeah, see, he would be perfect.
He could do it. He'd come out with one of those madman suits, right? Holding his little scotch, making the ice cubes jingle, but mine melted, so I can't make them jingle.
You'll have to get some more cubes then.
I would have to get more cubes.
But then you'll water down TV. But then you'll water it down too much, so it's a trade-off.
No, I need to be topped off. You're all right. You stay there.
Bartender, top him off already.
No, she's watching AJ Styles and Samoa Joe get it on.
I like how he put the Connor thing on his gloves, which you'll see in a moment. It's the one thing I hate.
I think it passed already. When he's walking to the ring, he's on the steps right now.
It's after that when he's in the center of the ring and he does his crossed hands.
All right.
Because he did the Apocalypse entry, which I think is so cool that he's like such a big X-Men fan. That his entrance is inspired by Apocalypse.
Yeah.
It's so fucking nerdy. I love it.
Samoa Joe is an awesome fucking villain. He really may as well just be a comic book villain.
Yeah. We should just do a live play-by-play of the Hell in a Cell.
Next month, I don't know what the pay-per-view is. I don't even know if I'm off. Evolution. I am off.
It's Evolution.
Oh, never mind.
What? You got a problem with the women's Evolution?
Listen, there's only like 2 or 3 women I want to see. One of them, or 4 probably. Kari Zane from NXT. She's awesome. I want to see Ronda Rousey. Okay. I want to see Becky Lynch, and I want to see Asuka. Other than that, I don't care. Asuka to me is the greatest woman on the roster right now. Asuka is who they should be building towards a one-on-one confrontation with Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania next year.
That would be awesome. But yeah,
Instead, it's Charlotte Flair.
Well, they're bringing back Trish. They're bringing back Ivory. They're bringing back.
You want all right? If I am off from work, we will do a live watch along.
I will be on an airplane.
Oh, so that doesn't work. Where are you going?
Florida. I told you about that.
You coming to see me? You come to see me. There'll be a feast, baby.
Feast? Well, now I'm in. Now I'm switching coasts. You kidding?
Be a feast. We just celebrated San Gennaro here over the weekend.
I saw the pictures. I'm kind of jealous. I'd bring cannolis.
So good.
From Ferraris.
Yes, please, from Ferraris.
It's got to be Ferraris. Otherwise, what's the point?
Well, you could go to Brooklyn and go someplace else, but if you stay in the city, then you can go to Ferraris. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't make it into Brooklyn very often.
And then you can bring cheese from Tony Danza's cheese shop next door.
Oh, well, that would be good. All right, so we were talking movies. So what movie would set the DCEU back on track, do you think?
I think they have to start at square one. They have to start all over again. You keep changing actors, keep changing directors, keep changing. That changes direction. You have to make that 10-year commitment, like Marvel, and say this is the direction that we want to go. It's fine if you want to go to the dark side as your main villain overall. Yes, you can do it. Each movie has to lead up to a Justice League movie, though, where they fight him. You can't have a Justice League movie where they almost beat one of his underlings. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And the team combined beats him. Each part of the team faces an underling of him.
Yeah. And then build up to everybody comes together to do the final battle.
Everybody comes together to fight him.
In that case,
it's so simple.
Stugots, what's your favorite Steppenwolf story?
No. I love the band. The band was good. All right. What was the big song?
Magic Carpet Ride.
Wild Thing?
A Wild Thing.
No,
yeah. Well, they're both.
Both good. No, they're both good songs. That's all I know about Steppenwolf. I don't know what comic book he was in. I know what songs they played.
Yeah, that's just it. Like most of those underlings, you don't know them. You'll know one or two. I can tell you I loved the Calabac episode of Superman Adventures from the 90s. Yeah. Superman animated. And that's how they introduced Darkseid. And they literally spent at least, half dozen to a dozen episodes before you ever saw Darkseid of just like Calabac and Granny Goodness and all of them. So it built up to Darkseid.
Yes. Build up. Build to a crescendo.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Aquaman will be good this December.
And I'm sure it will. It looks good. It looks like this dude who's playing Aquaman loves playing Aquaman.
Vinny Chase?
It looks like he's having Vinny Chase looks like he's having a lot of fucking fun jumping out of airplanes and swimming underwater and chasing it, trying to get into Mandy Moore's pants. It looks awesome.
As does Jason Momoa and Amber Heard.
Yes, that was all jokes. Yes, of course. I don't want Jason Momoa knocking on my door going, "What the fuck did you say?"
It's been a running joke here.
Do I look like Vinny Chase to you, motherfucker? I'd be like, come in, sit down, have some sausage and peppers.
Well, where's James Cameron? That's the question. So yeah, I mean, it looks good. I'm guessing since we haven't seen anything yet, I'm guessing we'll see it by Comic-Con, if not at Comic-Con, because I mean, it's November, December release. So we should be seeing something like any day now.
Any day now.
The fact that we haven't seen a trailer of this yet is a little surprising, considering
From what, Aquaman?
Yeah.
There's 2 trailers. What did you talk about, Willis?
There's 2 trailers for Aquaman?
Yeah. There's 2 Aquaman trailers. Put that in your Google box.
I'm Googling the Aquaman trailer. You're right. I guess, when did that come out? There was one in July. So yeah, that's right. There was the first one in July. I completely forgot about that. Because there was the San Diego Comic-Con one.
You know, I don't know if you're aware of this. I do this little show called Geekodrome where we talk about all these things going on in pop culture and movies and whatnot. And there was a topic on the show back then when it came out about how good the trailer looked. You should look it up in the archives over at geekodrome.co, and it's on there. And if you know what, if you go one step further, you can check out the podcast wherever you find podcasts. More importantly, on Apple Podcasts, just type in Geekodrome, and you scroll back, you'll see we talked about Iron Man a few weeks ago. I don't know if you're aware of that. You might not know that I co-host this show. I do. You might not know.
I'll have to listen to it. No, but the fact that I completely forgot this trailer and that there hasn't really been anything since then, dick. Like, that's how bad it is. Like, because there hasn't been anything since July, I completely forgot there even was a trailer that looked completely badass.
Yeah.
I mean,
I believe the guy who I do the show with even said, what are the Sharks all like ready for? The Sharks ready to attack or they ready to defend?
Well, that was
I'm pretty sure the guy I did his show with said that. Those exact words.
Well, the movie does come out December 14th. So we're due for another trailer any day.
The second trailer's on YouTube. Look it up. I watched it. He jumps out of a fucking airplane with no parachute. And he's like, as he jumps out, he goes, yeah!
Yes, he does. But there hasn't been anything since then. So it's got to start ramping up. That's my point.
It does have to amp up.
I mean, right now,
they should be releasing a trailer any day.
Meanwhile, I'm seeing Venom fucking everywhere right now. Like, there's commercials and posters, and that movie.
I watched a Venom trailer with Cody today.
Yeah,
and first thing he said to me was, "Is there a Spider-Man?" Like, no. First thing he said was, "Hey, I bet you that there's a Spider-Man end credit scene." And it's like, "Hey, bud, not to burst your bubble, but all reports online are that there's no Spider-Man cameo in this movie."
There might be in the end credits, but
it might be. They might toss it in, but right now, all reports are that there isn't, and that it's not part of the Marvel cinematic universe. The kid turns to me and says, "I don't want to see this movie. That's so stupid. If he's not part of Spider-Man, then why does he look like Spider-Man?"
And has the Spider-Man logo and everything.
And Spider-Man powers. Like, a kid who's never read the comic book knows. All he knows about Spider-Man and Venom is from watching the Spider-Man animated series on YouTube. He knows. These people making movies don't know.
I know it, and they're making all these like Spider-Man adjacent movies without Spider-Man.
Without Spider-Man, that's the whole point. You dumb fuckers. You start sprinkling Spider-Man dust all over these movies, building up to a big team-up movie with Spider-Man.
That would be awesome. That is what they were trying to do with Amazing Spider-Man. The movies just suck.
Look, I'm sweating just talking about this because it's so simple.
Well, they should just hire you to do this then.
I wish they would. We should get a producer's credit on these movies.
Yes. Well, at least Aquaman, it looks badass.
Story Consultants, geekodrome.co.
There you go. You can contact us on Twitter at Geekodrome Pod, on Facebook at Geekodrome Podcast. Email us geekodromepodcast@gmail.com. We're easy to get to.
We're easy.
So would you say Aquaman is the superhero movie you're looking forward to at the end of the year then?
For the rest of the year? Yeah, I don't think there's any other. Like, Venom just doesn't. I mean, I'll go see it, especially since the kids want to see it. But, I mean, it's very good casting. I think Tom Hardy is perfect in the role.
And again, there's something about his voice in there that's weirding me out. Like when I see
there's something about the fact that there's been no Spider-Man. Like, Venom should have appeared in Spider-Man: Homecoming somehow before getting this movie, even if it was an end credit.
There needed to be some sort of connection, and without it, it makes no sense. Like, why look like that? Why look like Spider-Man?
Yeah. Yes.
Unless it's like, oh, he's going to see Spider-Man on TV or something. I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, we have
ridiculous.
Honestly, I'm more excited for Captain Marvel. That's me.
Definitely, but that's not until 2019.
That is, March.
So I still can't believe that we're going to be going into the year 2019. I'm a kid born in 1973. 2019, they're supposed to be flying fucking cars, okay?
I know. I saw Back to the Future too.
I watched the Jetsons as a kid.
I know, but that didn't take place in 2000.
I watched Rocketeer.
Well, yeah, but that took place in the 1940s.
Oh.
That was World War II with the Nazis. Damn ratsies.
Fucking Nazis.
All right. So.
Hate Illinois Nazis.
Don't we all? So, since we're not going to have it all solved today, we're going to keep watching the story as it unfolds with the DCEU. And
we'll keep bringing it to you on Geekodrome, baby.
We will. But until then, we have the hot picks.
Oh, the hot picks. Let me open up my phone. Hold on. I got a great hot pick for you.
All right. You going to, call me on the hotline with it?
No. Oh, shit. It's gone.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, I'll go first then.
Hold on. Yeah, you go first.
So, there's a new video game that came out last week. Lets you spin a web. Yes, Tetris. Lets you spin a web any size, catch thieves, just like spies, like flies.
Watch out!
Here comes the Spider-Man. Oh man, Spider-Man for the PS4.
Oh my god, this game is everywhere.
And it is fantastic. It's sort of a mix between the old Spider-Man 2 for the GameCube, which was a great game, and
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, more Batman Arkham Knight.
No, I don't know.
The Batman Arkham games, but it is open world like Grand Theft Auto kind of thing. And you can swing around Manhattan, catching criminals, doing the storylines, and it's literally Manhattan.
I was going to say, actually Manhattan or Manhattan?
I'm playing the game this afternoon. I'm swinging through part of Manhattan.
You found Ferraris and picked up cannoli.
I did. And at which point, the girlfriend screams out, "Oh my God, that's, a certain neighborhood. I almost moved into that building." Unprompted. She didn't know where I was in the game. She just goes, "I know that building. I almost moved into it." Like, yeah.
Nice.
That's fucking accuracy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one thing to get like, the Flatiron Building and Empire State Building, but they literally got like random apartment building that, is in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so awesome.
No, that's awesome. Look, Samoa Joe just Boston Crab. That's sick.
Nice. So you swing around, you get to fight villains, you get to, do all these little side missions to improve your gear and whatnot, and beat up the bad guys. And it is so much fun that it is my hot pick for the week. I can't stop.
Oh, that's awesome. You and everyone else apparently, except for
really.
me, because I don't play video games.
Well, this one's worth it.
Let me tell you, I saw so many people talking about this. I almost bought a PS4 the other day, but I was like, I'm going to the Keys next week on vacation. I can't possibly justify a video game system purchase.
Yeah, well, a friend of ours, I believe, was going out to buy a PS4 just to play this game.
Yeah, and in all honesty, if I was going to spend $300 or $400, I would be getting a new world title belt.
Well, you are the world champion, so.
I know, the world breaker world champion.
Exactly. So what do you got for us this week, Stugots?
I have an awesome podcast entitled Wolverine: The Long Night.
Nice.
It is a fully scripted podcast put up by Marvel with the story of Wolverine running around the not the outback, it's not the tundra. I guess it's the tundra of Canada, and the two secret agents or special agents that were charged with finding him. It has some awesome voiceover work by some very good character actors, voiceover actors who they're not well known, but they are very good. and the story, it pulls you in, and each episode is 30 minutes. It's awesome. I love listening to it on the way to work. I listened to 2 episodes on Friday, and it's just so good that I cannot wait to listen to more. I'm actually looking forward to going to work tomorrow morning so I can listen to another episode.
Yeah, it came out last summer as a Stitcher Premium exclusive, and they're now releasing to the public
everywhere. Yes.
So I was waiting for it to stack up.
Oh my God, it's got him up in a backbreaker. Holy crap.
So I've been waiting for it to stack up a few more episodes before I listen. I might wait till all 10 are out. But yeah,
well,
I was
two episodes are out right now, available on Apple Podcasts. Very, very good.
Yeah. So the first 2 came out this week, and then they're releasing an episode a week for whatever, 8 weeks, 9 weeks. So yeah, so I've heard really good things. I really want to hear it. I just, don't subscribe to Stitcher Premium, and but I look forward to listening to it. And if you're not listening to that, but you want to listen to more Geekodrome, you can check us out at geekodrome.co.
Which apparently John needs to do because he forgot that we discussed Aquaman like 10 episodes ago.
Hey, it was July. There was a lot of summer drinking between then and now.
You don't even drink anymore like you used to.
I know.
You drink water and green tea because you're training for a race.
I had some lovely wine tonight.
I know. When was that? Before tonight, when was the last time you had alcoholic beverage?
Monday night. I had a nice scotch.
Ooh, really?
Yes. I was at my sister's house, and my brother-in-law.
You were celebrating the New Year.
We were. So I drink wine and whatever on the holidays. But scotch, nice. I did have some scotch. I had to drive, so I only did the scotch. I didn't do wine in addition. But it was good.
I would just kept doing scotch.
The night before, I had some wine.
Last Saturday night, we were out drinking and having a great time. We had a great time. I have a very good tolerance. I will drink whiskey all night, but I had a couple shots of Jen. What's the stuff I drink? I really shouldn't be drinking.
Alcohol.
Cafe Patron. I had a couple shots of Cafe Patron.
Nice.
I was on fire. We were watching Jen. What's the football team Amy roots for? Well, we're watching an Ohio State football game. I have no idea who the fuck Ohio State is.
They were your hot pick last week.
They were, but but this was Sunday morning after the night of drinking. I don't know who the fuck Ohio State is. I don't care if they won or lost. I had 2 shots of Cafe Patron, and during halftime, I was talking them up so big that people that I was watching the game with were fired up for the team. I might as well have been in the tent revival business at that night because I was on fire, and it was all because of Cafe Patron, which I'm not supposed to drink.
Everybody else was entertained, so it's worth it drinking that.
It's worth it.
All right. Well, you can subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, and see what else we forget. If you want to talk back to us and let us know what we're forgetting.
Tune in next week. We're going to talk about who should be playing Superman and who should be playing Batman. Because John's going to forget that we did this show. And we're recording it in 20 minutes. Not even. We're recording it in 5 minutes. He'll forget all about it.
I'm just saying I should be playing Lex Luthor. I have the hair for it.
Who the hell? Oh, man.
Bryan
Cranston should be playing Lex Luthor.
You're right. He should.
Or Jeremy Irons. One or the other.
Well, he's playing Alfred now.
I know, but when he first came out that he was going to be in these movies, I was like, God, he's going to be playing Lex Luthor. And then it was like, oh, Bryan Cranston might be playing Lex Luthor. I was like, all right, it's still brilliant. It's brilliant. I want to see it.
Instead, you got Jesse Eisenberg.
And instead, it's the jerk from 21.
Wow. Sorry. You'll see this in a moment. I don't want to spoil the...
Oh, the Koji Clutch, baby!
I don't want to spoil the end of that match.
Reach! What'd you say?
I don't want to spoil the end of this match for you, but it's an epic ending.
Oh, my God.
for Joe versus AJ.
Oh, 1, 2. Oh my God, he got him.
I know, right?
Oh my God. Wait. Oh. Oh, Joe thought he won. Oh my God, Joe thought he won.
Joe thought he won.
Oh my God.
Right now.
Oh my God, this referee's gonna get killed. Oh my God, this referee's gonna get killed.
The referee, the announcers, half the crowd.
Oh my God. Oh my God, there's gonna be a fucking act of terrorism. 20,000 people in attendance at this place in San Antonio are about to get murdered.
So.
Oh, I wasn't even looking for the double pin. Oh my God, Corey Graves is like, please don't kill us. Please don't kill us.
Yep.
He's like, please, I saw it. You're right. Don't kill us. Please don't kill us.
Don't worry, AJ Styles will save us all. So, if you want to tell us how much you enjoyed this live play-by-play.
That was awesome. Yeah. Awesome ending. I did not see it coming. Oh my God, this referee's going to get killed. Joe should just leave with the belt. If you leave with the belt, you're the champion. That's it.
Yeah, except watch what happens next. I love being like 2 minutes ahead of you.
Hey, like to the jaw.
Okay.
Oh, there goes that.
So if you want to tell us how much you're enjoying this play-by-play, we're on Twitter at Geekodrome Pod. We're on Facebook at Geekodrome Podcast. I'm 2 minutes ahead, and I'm on Twitter at Just John. If you're at Maker Faire this weekend, I will be there showing off some cool Lego shit.
Listen, if you're listening and you go to this, what's it called?
Maker Faire.
You go to Maker Faire. John has a prize for you if you tell him you listened to the Aquaman episode.
If you listen to this episode and you tell me at
Maker Faire, Aquaman. If you walk up to John and say, John, you talked about Aquaman on the show in July. John has a prize for you.
Yes, the code word is Aquaman.
Yes. If you walk up to John and say, don't you listen to your own fucking show?
Come up to me and say Aquaman.
Joe's face there was perfect. He perfectly sold that shit. Perfect.
Okay. And Stugots is on Twitter at Don Stugots.
At Don Stugots, baby.
And
the Italian American dream, baby.
And he also talks wrestling on the Eat Up Show, which is.
No, I don't. I just do the Eat Up Show. I don't talk about it.
Oh, you don't do the Eat Up Show? Okay. Well, if you want to learn about cooking, go on Facebook to the Eat Up Show. There's also some kitchen hacks, some day drinking, and maybe there'll be some
this Friday we'll be broadcasting live from somewhere in Key West. So I don't know where, but let me tell you, someone's either getting arrested or pregnant during the show. So you don't want to miss it.
It sounds amazing. It sounds awesome. It sounds too